So we've spent about 2 years now talking about the bad economy, layoffs, unemployment, but you have somewhat of an uplifting story.
Yeah, millions of people have had to sacrifice, but we haven't heard something like this yet. It's about the bad economy and a woman with a good heart. When Lola Gonzalez of Ocala, Florida realized she'd have to lay off one of her employees in order to save her company, she made a pretty unorthodox decision.
I laid myself off approximately 6 months ago.
What did she just say?
I laid myself off approximately 6 months ago.
After her small background check firm lost clients in the recession, Lola Gonzalez realized she had to let an employee go in order to make ends meet. Imagine her staff's surprise when she announced that employee would be her.
My reaction was to just laugh because I just thought she was kidding.
I just think that it's very generous, cutting herself off, from the company to save somebody else's job.
They said, no, who's going to run the business? I said, you are. I'll still be able to provide direction and guidance. I'm always going to be a phone call away.
Gonzalez got another job as a social worker at less than half her old six-figure salary, but her sacrifice has saved her small firm.
She's still very real in the office. Her leadership traits are still here. Everything that she's taught is still here.
Wonder how rare Gonzalez's sacrifice is? Well, one small business trade group says although many business owners stopped taking a salary during the economic downturn, they've heard of no one firing themselves.
As her son, I thought, that's a role model. That's somebody that I really need to look at, to model my life after. Someone that's so selfless. You don't hear about that nowadays.
Because I have not taken a salary, we've been able to reinvest into the business.
A reinvestment that led to giving her 8 loyal employees a little holiday surprise.
Actually, they got a small bonus this year. Not what they used to get, but they got something out of my token of appreciation because we've had a rough year.
She deserves a bonus.
Yeah, right. We could use some more bosses like that. She said she checks in, and she still does. She talks to her staff a couple times a day by phone, but they handle all the heavy lifting, and she doesn't plan on going back to the company for another year or so until they get back on solid ground.
Well, and it gives them motivation to actually work and keep that company alive. So she doesn't sacrifice for nothing.
She made a sacrifice, they can too.
It's a great story.
Yeah,
Thanks for bringing it to our attention.